What is up, everybody? I hope you are having a fantastic day. Today we are going to be making yet another tier list. This is a tier list for DCTV characters, including Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Titans, Doom Patrol, Constantine. There might be a couple more. If you haven't checked out any of my previous videos, I have one for Game of Thrones, DC movies, superhero shows themselves, and Cobra Kai characters. First of all, I have to give credit to Matthew V. Haynes. He has made this tier list. Go check out his channel. He's a great YouTuber. He posts great content. Right here, this is his Matthew V. Haynes. But anyways, as I said, he has made this, and I have seen all of these shows. Some I have enjoyed more than others, but there's a lot of negativity around these shows, and I can't say I blame them. CW shows are not the best. Titans has a lot of issues, but Doom Patrol is damn near perfect. But anyways, I do enjoy them all at times, and I'm going to try to be as positive as I can. We have a lot of negativity in our lives right now, and I want to make your day better, not just bang on all these shows. So I'm gonna try to point out the good stuff. I will point out some negatives here and there, though. Diana Drake. I think Diana Drake is great. I preferred her more than Laurel for the most part. And she is a badass. Let's get that out of the way. I'm going to be calling a lot of characters badass, alright? She is a badass. And I thought it was a dumb decision for her cry to be taken away. That was a bad decision in my opinion. But I enjoyed her character, and if we got the spinoff, I would have been interested to see where she went. Martian Manhunter is also great. I'm going to put him just above Diana. He is one of the best things about Supergirl. I would say I like him more than Supergirl herself, honestly. And a lot of the time, his CGI is terrible, right? It looks so fake. But that aside, I really like his character. I like the way they did the reveal in the first season of Supergirl. He's one of the best things in the first season. He has lots of cool abilities. The actor does a great job, and he's a very enjoyable character. Also, his plotline in season 5 was pretty good with his brother. I enjoyed it. Not as much as the Lex Luthor plotline, but it was good. Here we have Hawk and Dove. I believe this is... Yeah, okay, we're going to do Hawk and Dove together. I think I'm going to put Hawk and Dove also in great. Excuse me. And this is because maybe alone I would put them in good, but when they're together, just the dynamic and the idea of like a couple like that fights crime together and their story and their flashbacks, it's tragic. They get along good. They're badass together, and I don't think they're amazing because they can be annoying at times, or they're not in it as much as some other characters, but I think they're great characters and I enjoy them thoroughly. I think Ray is amazing. He's one of the funniest characters on the show. Let's get that out of the way. I believe him leaving Legends is going to be the downfall. He was really holding the show together. Again, he's so funny, so just full of positivity, and he's always a blast to watch. You're never like, oh my god, Ray. And he had his drama with Felicity and Oliver wasn't my favorite, but I think it was one of the smarter decisions bringing him onto Arrow, and I really enjoy him. Laurel, I'm gonna put Laurel in good. I prefer Earth 2 Laurel, so if we're talking Earth 1, which I'm gonna assume, I'm actually gonna put alright. Earth 2 Laurel is probably great or amazing. This Laurel, at times, she was annoying, right? When she was so insistent on fighting crime. Now, I'm not blaming her. I just think that it wasn't the smartest thing, right? She had no training, nothing, and of course she was going to get her ass kicked. She didn't know what she was doing. But over time, I liked her more, and her death was still really sad. And I do believe she would have been better with Oliver than Felicity is. So she is an alright character. I still enjoy her. I don't hate her. There's only a couple characters here I hate, so I'm gonna put her in alright. Diggle is a great character. I'm gonna put him right here. Him getting the Green Lantern ring, I'm gonna put him at the top of great. He's not quite amazing, though I am considering putting him here, up there. He's the rock for Oliver. He's always there for Oliver. He's the most loyal friend you could ask for. He's funny at times. He's badass at times. He has great story, and hopefully we get to see him as Green Lantern. That would be awesome. Beast Boy, I'm going to put in amazing. I'm going to put him above Ray. I think Beast Boy deserves so much more screen time. He is so nice. He's one of the only Titans that actually thinks things through and is rational. Right? Sometimes, like in the episode where they all got mad at Dick, he was the only one that stuck around and gave him another chance. He's caring, he's kind, and he's funny, and he definitely deserves more screen time. Jennifer's an alright. I enjoy Jennifer, just not as much as compared to other characters, so while we're on the topic, I'm gonna put Jefferson right there. I really enjoy the Pierce family. Out of all of them, Jennifer might be my least favorite besides, what's her name? Her mom? I think it's Lynn, but I might be wrong. I haven't watched Black Lightning Season 4 as of now, but, I'll move Jennifer up just because her discovering her powers was really cool, and what she was going through with, she didn't want the powers, and she just wanted a normal life. It all makes sense. It's understandable. It's realistic. And she has a very, very good story. Jefferson is a great guy. He's a great principal, a great dad, great person in general. We need more people like Jefferson in the world. And again, he is awesome. And his costume in Season 3 is a massive upgrade. Caitlin is a solid good. I could put her in great. Let's go with the Killer Frost as well. I really like Killer Frost. I'm gonna put her right there. Killer Frost might be one of my favorite Flash characters. She's really cool, and I really like the dynamic between Caitlin and Killer Frost. That's one of my favorite things in Flash is the interactions between those two. Again, she is awesome. Her powers are so cool, and her storyline, her redemption arc, really well done. As for Caitlin, I like her 1,000 times more than Iris. I think she is a great female character. She's very close to great. I'm going to keep her in good for now, and I'm going to keep her counterpart in great. Cisco. Oh, it hurts to put Cisco here, but I'm going to put him in good. I love Cisco first 3 seasons. He would probably be amazing. But after the last 3 seasons with him, I feel like we haven't gotten enough of Cisco. The geeky Cisco, the nerdy, the funny. Just Cisco being himself. We've got Vibe, we've got Boyfriend Cisco, we've got Serious Cisco. We just haven't got the charismatic, enthusiastic, fun Cisco. And it's sad. If we get to see more of that kind of Cisco, he'd definitely be up. But as of now, he's good just because I also feel we haven't seen as much of him, honestly. We didn't see a lot of him in Season 6, I don't feel like, or 5. We saw a bit in 4. But first 3 seasons, Cisco is top tier, and last 3 is good, so I'm just gonna put him right here, but I do like him. I do like every character here. If they're in Nope, I probably don't like them, but everybody above Nope, I like at least a little bit. Jane is amazing. I'm probably gonna put all the Doom Patrol characters up here. Jane's personalities is one of the best things I've ever seen on screen. I could talk about her for hours. The actress is amazing. I think her name is Diana. Forgive me if I'm wrong. The performance is amazing, right? And her character's backstory is really interesting. All the personalities themselves are interesting, and the underground, the storyline with that is really interesting. She is such a great character. Cyborg. Cyborg is probably a great. He's probably my least favorite of the Doom Patrol, just because I feel as if his backstory. No, the reason he's my least favorite is mostly just because of his season 2 storyline. I can't remember the girl's name, but it just was, out of all of the storylines in season 2, his one with that girl was my least favorite. It was the most boring to me, and that's why he's my least favorite in the patrol, just because of that. Maybe if we got a storyline more about Grid, the evil computer in him, but I didn't enjoy the relationship storyline as much. Let me know what you guys think. Am I just weird for that? But I'm not really sure where to place him. I love him. I mean, I don't hate him at all. Just, I think the right place to put him is gonna be behind. We're gonna keep him right here for now, behind Diggle. We might change that later. Oliver's probably amazing. Right here. I'm gonna put him top for now. Just because he has a special place in my heart. Arrow was the first show I watched out of all of these. Oliver's probably the toughest guy here. He has no superpowers, at least until he comes Spectre. But he is just tough, and he gets through stuff. Sometimes he is annoying, and you're right, I'm actually going to bring him here just because of Brooding Oliver. Brooding Oliver is really annoying, and Season 4 Oliver and Season 6 Oliver are really annoying. Oliver can be annoying, yeah, but at his peak, Oliver is amazing. He is one of the best heroes I have seen on screen. He is not perfect. He is not the prime example of a hero, right? He kills, but it adds depth to him, and he's not a perfect angel. He has a dark side to him, and I love that. Arrow is probably my favorite CW show. Felicity. I'm sorry, I gotta put Felicity in Nope. Let's see. She is really annoying after season 2. I didn't like and I think they ruined her by putting her with Oliver. I didn't mind her the first 2 seasons. Season 1 Felicity was my favorite. Season 4 Felicity, where she stands up out of the wheelchair, puts the ring down and leaves, is one of the worst scenes I've ever seen. She becomes really bossy, and then that scene where she traps Ricardo Diaz is really stupid. When she becomes a killer, all of a sudden, because if you rewatch the show, she's always telling Oliver, no, don't kill. And then in season 7, all of a sudden, she's a torturer. She is such a hypocrite. And don't get me wrong, I loved her in the beginning, but in the end, I did not. On that note, we're going to talk about one of the other negative characters. These are probably the only 2 I will have in Nope. Is Iris. I prefer Felicity over Iris. Iris. Well, where do I go with Iris? First of all, we have the We Are the Flash thing, right? Second of all, we have the whole leader of the team thing. I don't think Iris is the right person to lead the team. She's a reporter, and you have super smart Cisco, Dr. Caitlin, superhero Barry, Detective Joe West, and she just doesn't seem right to lead the team. She's very bossy, very judgmental, gets mad at Barry a lot. I think she is good the first 2 seasons, though her storyline with Wally in the second season I didn't like. She was really judgmental of Wally, who had gone his whole life taking care of his sick mom. And in season 1, she rejected Barry, and then when he gets a girlfriend, she helps to screw things up. I don't see how anybody can find a reason to like her when she does that. Rejects her best friend, or quote unquote brother, and then instead of being supportive when he actually gets another girlfriend, she screws it up because she's jealous, despite her already having a boyfriend. I don't care for Iris, and I don't blame the actress. She doesn't choose what the script says. However, Felicity and Iris are definitely my least favorites. Firestorm is gonna go here. I really like Jax, and I would say Ronnie I like less, but probably right there. Definitely, I like Jax more. There's not a lot to say. I love Firestorm in general. I love the character arc. I love the comedy between the two minds. The action is great, and Martin's death is so sad. I prefer Jax. It's hard to say why. I find him. I just like him better. Maybe because we just saw more of him. And Ronnie, I liked Ronnie as well, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to remember. Ronnie was awesome sacrificing himself. Ronnie was really cool. And so was Jax, so good and great. Constantine. Constantine is right here. Amazing character, so funny, awesome. His own show is not the best, but in this show, he's pretty good. And in Legends, I mean, he's pretty good. And he might be my favorite Legend. Every time he's on screen, I enjoy him. And that's what makes Legends great for me. Him being there, him and Ray are definitely my favorite. He is so weird, and he has lots of funny scenes, like when he has lung cancer, and then he's like, well, and then he starts smoking a cigarette, and he's like, well, I already got lung cancer. Why does it matter? He's definitely an amazing character. Anissa. I'm gonna put Anissa right by her sister. I prefer Anissa over Jennifer. I love Blackbird. Blackbird's probably my favorite version of Anissa just because she is so badass. I like the whole vigilante thing and the darker side to her. That's really all I have to say. She's a good character. Starfire. Starfire's right here. Again, another character I was disappointed we didn't see a lot of. And first of all, let me say, she exceeded my expectations. I think the actress made a great Starfire. I'm excited to see more. I much prefer her design in season 2 with the hair. And I wasn't the biggest fan of her relationship with Dick. I don't even remember much of it, which means it probably wasn't that exciting. But she is cool, and she is a good character. Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash might be top of amazing. God, this is probably the best villain in any show. he is so amazing, right? He's funny and he's also terrifying. He's badass. The whole storyline in the first season, Tom Cavinghoff, I think that's his name, the guy that plays Harrison Wells / Eobard Thawne, did a great job. And the way they did it with the mystery was amazing. Every time he comes back, it's great. Season 5 with the whole cicada thing where he manipulates Nora was amazing. He is so damn exciting to watch. Every time I see him on screen, I'm like, yes, Reverse Flash is back. Sarah, I'm gonna put Sarah right here. One of the original characters in Arrow. Well, not original, but we saw her in the flashback. And one of the first mysteries, what happened to her? Is she alive? And she was. And she was really awesome the first time we saw her. She has died like 20 times and come back. She has great development. She is a great leader. I enjoy watching her on screen. She is definitely one of my favorite legends now that Ray is gone. Probably my second, just behind Constantine. Raven, I'm going to put right here. I enjoy Raven as well. Her relationship with Beast Boy was alright. It wasn't anything like super exciting, but I really enjoyed it. She has a great story. Her powers are cool, and I'm interested to see where she goes in season 3, because I'm pretty sure she said she's going to Themyscira, and she definitely has some of the coolest powers, right? Her abilities are awesome. Deathstroke is I'm kidding. Deathstroke is amazing. I don't know if I'm gonna put him very, very top. I'm gonna put him right here, just because of the flashbacks we see with him. The performance is amazing, and this whole top amazing tier is so hard to order them. Alright, it's not like, wow, Deathstroke is so much better than Constantine. No, these are so close. You could switch any of them, most of them. I enjoy seeing him on screen. He's a combination of badass. His villain is so compelling. His redemption arc is one of my favorite things about Arrow. I love when he comes back and he's a hero. Or not a hero, but when he helps Oliver out. He actually betrays his son for Oliver. I like the island flashbacks. That's probably what separates him from Reverse Flash, is the island storyline and the way we learn about his story. And then while we're seeing him in the island, he comes back into the real world. He's a terrifying villain in season 2. In season 5, when Oliver comes and asks him for his help, he's there for him. His motivations made sense. The performance was great. I'm going to say again, his performance was great. He was definitely amazing. He might be my favorite. Robot Man. Robot Man is so funny. I have a really hard time picking where to put him. I'm gonna say right there. Yeah. I love Robot Man. One of the funniest characters out of all of these characters. He's also has a really tragic backstory. And his character development is great. He was kind of in his past life, quote unquote, when he was in a human body, he wasn't the best husband. He recognizes his mistakes. He's definitely a better person than he was in the beginning. But the main reason for putting him in amazing is just the comedy. Brendan Fraser's voice acting and his acting in the flashbacks are great. Kara, alright, this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to put Kara in alright. I don't care for Kara that much. She annoys me a lot of the time, but sometimes she is awesome. She's very quick to judge, like such as William. The way she treated that guy was pretty awful. Um, just because you never know what somebody's actually going through. Somebody might be a jerk, but you don't automatically assume that means they're a terrible person. And as we see William going and helping out the homeless, which shows he's not a terrible guy. She was very nosy around him. I don't know what else to say. I don't hate her, but a lot of the time I find her annoying. Barry. Barry. I'm gonna put Barry here. Don't kill me. And this is just because of... This is only... The reason I have him here is that I'm not fast enough. I'm never gonna be fast enough. All that drama that he has sometimes, and the brooding Barry, if you know, you know, just puts him right here at great. If we didn't have as much of that, he would definitely be amazing, because when he's at his best, Barry is probably one of my favorite characters. But a lot of times he just isn't, and I really hope we get to see Barry Allen in Season 7. Not depressed Barry Allen, because Barry Allen doesn't get depressed. Barry Allen always looks to the positive. And I hope we don't hear the line, I'm not going to be fast enough. I hope we don't hear that a lot. And definitely he'll get bumped up. Dick Grayson, one of my favorite characters, goes right here. I am a huge Robin fan. If you've seen my past videos, you know that. I love Robin. I love every iteration of Robin. This one included. This one is brutal. He's a great leader. And he's really fun to watch. The performance is great. His detective skills are cool. And I really enjoy him. I can't wait to see more. And Renee, I am one of the few that actually like Renee. I'm going to put him at the top of good. I really think Renee's funny. And I don't really know how to explain it. I just like Renee. It's really hard to explain. I just like him. He's cool, and he's one of the only ones that is stupid enough to stand up to Oliver, which gives some funny conversations. But I think we are done. This list definitely isn't perfect. Looking at it, I could make some adjustments. We'll definitely update this eventually. Let me know if you think we should. And I should have a Lost tier list coming out soon. We'll see how that does. How I rank that. Again, the tier list is made by Matthew V. Haynes. I hope you enjoyed. Don't flame me in the comments. Well, you can flame me, but let me know what you disagree with, what you agree with. And again, these ones are also close. It is very hard to do a tier list. It is much harder than you would think. And I will see you later. Bye.